Good morning students. Today we are going to discuss about maps. So what is the lesson name? Maps. In this lesson we are going to discuss about what are the types of maps and what is the maps and what is the uses of the maps and for what purpose we are using these maps and what are these maps are giving information to us. Okay, in a olden days we don't have all these technologies and microphone and uh, uh, and GPS technology. These all technology, these satellites, these all are not there. So the time the sailors means the person who travel from one place to another place through using the sea route. The persons we can call it as a sailors. These sailors they used the maps to go from one place to another place from the sea route. Mostly they used these sea routes for the purpose of trade and commerce. Okay, trade and commerce means business purpose. They used from one country to another country. They do the trade and commerce. For that purpose they use these maps to go on the sea routes and seaways, and also they used these maps to know the distance from one place to another place and one country to another country, and all these purpose. And also they used what are the natural resources are there in other countries. For all the purpose they use these maps. See here, a globe can be useful when we want to study the earth as a whole. So when the globe is useful when we want to study the earth as a whole part of the earth. When we study that time the globe is useful. Map is a representation or a drawing of the earth's surface or a part of it drawn on a flat surface according to a scale. So what is the map? Map is representing the earth's surface. What the map is representing on the earth's surface, what are there on the earth's surface. Map is representing the surface of the earth, what are there, and natural resources, and also we can see the areas. So map is representing the earth's surface or a part of it. So what are there in the earth, that is maps are representing that particular things. Sometimes all things also the maps can represent it. And also how it is drawn on a flat surface according to scale. So when we draw the scale map, we use the scale from the centimeters. Centimeters means in a real world we can use it as kilometers. Okay, many maps are put together, we get an atlas. So what is a atlas? Atlas is a collection of maps. So all the different types of maps, all these maps put together is called as a atlas. Maps provide more information than a globe. How these maps are provide the information? These maps provide more information than the globe. It gives a particular information. So what these maps gives the particular information about one place or a particular place. Next, types of maps. So what are the types of maps? We can see physical maps or relief map. Physical map is also called as a relief maps. So what is this physical maps? What it shows? Maps showing natural features of the earth. What are these? Maps shown natural resources of the earth is called as a physical maps. So what are that physical maps? See here, mountains, plains, plateaus, rivers, oceans, and the natural resources like forest, rainfall. These all we can call it as a physical maps or relief maps. These all are naturally existed on the earth. We are not created all these things. What mountains, plains, plateaus, rivers, oceans, these all are we humans are not created. Already it is existed on the earth naturally. So that's what we are calling it, these physical maps. Physical maps shown these natural resources of the earth, natural features of the earth. Next type, political maps. First one is physical map, second one is political map. So what is what does mean by the political map? Maps showing cities, towns and villages and different countries and states of the world with their boundaries. So these are called as a political maps. What these political maps are giving, what information gives, and what is the country, and what are the suppose if you take the India, and what is the India is a country. In India country, how many states are there and how many union territories are there, and what is the boundaries of the one state and another state, and what is the districts and villages. These all information, these political maps gives all these information, countries and country boundaries, state boundaries, district boundaries, village boundaries. These all are giving the information. These maps are called as a political maps. Thematic maps. So what is thematic map? Some maps focus on a specific information or a particular information. Only some of the maps, if you see some of the maps, that maps will give the particular information or a specific information. Okay, that maps are called as a thematic maps. Thematic map means it gives only one particular information. Okay, such as road maps, rainfall maps, map showing distribution of forest, industries, etc. If you see that these maps, these thematic maps, only particular information, rainfall, one map gives the information only about the rainfall, how much rainfall occur in this year. Okay, and some maps gives about the road maps, what are the roads and how many kilometers the roads are constructed, only about the roads. And some maps gives about the distribution of forest, how much forest area covered by the earth and how much forest area covered in particular area, and this information gives. And some maps gives only about the industries, what are the industries are located and which type of industries are located and which place these industries are located. This information only, the thematic maps means it focus only on a specific information or a particular information, that is called as a thematic maps. So here see the sketch. What is a sketch? A drawing mainly based on a memory and spot observation and not to scale. So without using any scale, spot observation and what we are thinking and what we are thinking, our mind, our brain is thinking, that we can draw with using the pencil. We can draw just like our imagination, through our thinking we can draw anything. That is called as a sketch. It is based on our mind power, memory power. What is plan? A drawing of small area on a large scale. A large scale map gives lot of information, but there are certain things which we may sometimes want to know. See here, what is plan? If you see that when they are constructing the buildings or when they are constructing our home, home building, we first the builders, they will give the plan. So what is the plan? Where we have to construct the kitchen, where is the bedroom and where is the bathroom? That is a plan. It is also one of the plan. That plan is based on their memory thinking. And how they will draw this plan? They draw this plan on a large scale, small area on a large scale. Through using the large scale, they will draw this plan. And this large scale map gives a lot of information. What these large scale maps are giving? These large scale maps are giving a lot of information. Very much information that these large scale maps are giving. But there are certain things which we may sometimes want to know. See here, distance. What is distance? A scale is a ratio between the actual distance on the ground and the distance shown on the map. See here, scale. For what purpose we use the scale? We use the scale for the actual distance is very sometimes if it is ground is there, if it is the airport is there, that airport we can draw only on a white paper. Is this is a real information is giving, the white paper is giving the real information about the airport? Yes, this information is giving, but we are drawing that much of huge airport huge airport area, just we are drawing on a only a single paper. Okay, so that is what it is, a ratio between the actual distance. So it is the ratio between the actual distance we are drawing on a white paper, only single paper, that is called as a scale. That's what we can when we are drawing in a paper, scale is 1 centimeter is equal to 1 kilometer. In actually 1 centimeter in a paper, in an area, we are calling it is a 1 kilometer. When large areas like next, see here, when large areas like countries or a continents are to be shown on a paper, then we use a small scale. It is called a small scale map. So we are, when we see that maps are giving the countries, information about the countries and continents. This is about the very large scale, and these large scale, these large areas of countries and continents we are drawing on a single paper. So this is called through using the small scale. So when we are using the small scale to draw all these countries and continents, what scale we are using? We are using the small scale. So this is called as a small scale maps. When a small area like your village or a town is to be shown on a paper, then we use a large scale. It is called a large scale map. So when we want to draw our own village in a large in a paper, we can use a large scale. So it is called as a large scale map. Large scale maps gives more information than a small scale maps. What it is here? Large scale maps are giving the more information than the small scale maps. Okay, next one, directions. What are the directions? We know that there are mainly 4 main directions and 4 sub directions. There are totally 8 directions. What are the main directions? Main 4 directions: north, south, east, west. These are the main directions. What are that? North, south, east, west are the main directions. And what are the 4 sub directions? Northeast, northeast and southeast, northwest and southwest. These are the sub directions. 4 main directions and more 4 sub directions. Totally there are 8 directions are there. Most maps contain an arrow marked with a letter N at upper right hand corner. This arrow shows the north direction. It is called north line. There are major directions: north, south, east and west. They are called cardinal points. What are these? North, south, east, west. These north, east, south, west are called as a cardinal points or a cardinal directions. Other 4 intermediate directions, like already I told you, it is a sub directions. What are that intermediate sub directions, also called as a intermediate directions? What are that? Northeast, NE, southeast, SE. SE means it is a short form. NE means northeast, SE means southeast. Next, SW means southwest and NW means northwest. These are the intermediate directions. So if you draw anything in any map, or a large scale map or a small scale map, we use the directions. These directions plays a key role when we draw anything on a map. If you see any map, or generally identify that, you can see the north, south, east, west. These directions are very important, very important, because if the travelers, they used to know the directions only. When they are using the maps, first they want to know the directions, which direction they have, uh, how they want to go and where they want to go. So for that purpose they used only the directions. So directions also play the important role in the maps. What are important? Next, see the symbols. So these symbols plays a very important or a key role, a major role when we draw any map or anything on a paper. Scale. These symbols give a lot of information in a limit space. There is an international arrangement regarding the use of these symbols. They are called conventional symbols. Maps have universal language that can be understood by all. So what is maps? Maps have a universal language. So what is this language? Through using these conventional symbols, through using these conventional symbols, we can identify the what is the that is road or a railway track or a bridge or a river or a church, temple, and masjid, or otherwise directions, and also trees and forest area. These all are, we can know that through using these conventional symbols. These conventional symbols plays a very important role when we draw the maps. If you draw any maps, if you want to know the river means blue color and water color is a blue. So that's what, if you know the tank, water, river, canal, bridge, for that purpose we use a different symbols, different conventional symbols, all of you see here. And also here railway line means broad gauge, meter gauge, and railway station. For that also they used a specific symbol. And also roads. Next, boundaries, international boundary, state boundary, district boundaries. And also church, temple, mosque, and post office, telegraph office, police station. PS means police station, PO means post office, PTO means post and telegraph office, and trees and grass. Trees and grass we use the green color. Okay, these all are the conventional symbols. What are these? These all are the conventional symbols we naturally use in the maps. In any map we can see these conventional symbols. Through using these conventional symbols we can identify immediately what it is. Either it is a church, or it is a masjid, or it is a mosque, or it is a forest area, or it is a river, lake, a tank, canal, or a bridge, or a railway station, or railway track, or a police station, or state, or a state boundaries, or a state, or a district, or international lines. These all are we can identify through using these conventional symbols.